Dan, good to see you. Forget for a second who you support or who you want to have run. You'd think that the political class that for so long has been complaining that Donald Trump was sort of over the top and this crazy guy would like a, Jeb Bush-esque speech.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Leland. I was just about to say, you know who he sounded like? Low-energy Jeb Bush. He gave a standard issue political speech in a standard issue location at Mar-a-Lago. It wasn't a huge outdoor rally with a raucous crowd. This is what the political classes, this is what Republican voters said they wanted. And then, of course, this speech gets panned as boring and low energy and not Trump. My guess is that he goes back to what worked for him within a matter of about 3 days.
All right, so we don't have any rallies yet on the schedule, but consider that they're coming. 30% of Republican voters or so say they want Donald Trump to be the nominee. Depending on which poll you look at, some very key primary states, Ron DeSantis gets 40%. But still, at the current point, he's the number one or number two guy in the polls for the Republican nomination. And yet there is now this feeling that he can't get even fair coverage. And you've got major newspapers, I'm thinking the Wall Street Journal and the New York Post, owned by Murdoch, I'm thinking certainly the New York Times, who've basically telegraphed we're not going to cover him fairly. The New York Post put out the announcement, Florida man makes announcement on their cover. What's going on with that?
Well, if you're surprised by unfair coverage of Donald Trump, you haven't been following politics since the moment Trump first came down the escalator in 2015 at Trump Tower. All of the headlines from the New York Times to the Wall Street Journal to the New York Daily News to the Los Angeles Times were some variation of Donald Trump, who denied the results of the 2020 election, announces run for 2024, or Donald Trump, who currently faces the potential for an indictment, announces run for 2024. Those are in the headlines. That's not just telegraphing how they're going to cover Donald Trump. That's flat out announcing with blaring sirens how they're going to cover Donald Trump. Right. And really, anybody who's been following Trump and following Republicans even before him understand that this is just sort of the way it's done in most partisan media outlets.
You're a talk show host. I'm a journalist. President Trump's feelings about me are well known. He's tweeted about him multiple times. But Trump being Trump, in the words of Chris Russell, our executive producer, is a lot smarter than me. Trump being Trump is what got him elected. Therefore, is there a sense of trying to get him not to be Trump and bullying him into that? I still can't figure out why he did what he did last night.
Well, with all due respect to your producer, Trump being Trump got him elected in 2016 when he was running against Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump in 2016, people forget, according to polling, was the second most disliked presidential candidate in the history of modern polling. The most disliked was Hillary Clinton. What got Trump elected in 2016 was also his undoing in 2020. He turned off so many people, especially women in the suburbs. We saw this in swing state after swing state after swing state. We saw it again in the midterms last week, that Republican support in traditionally strong areas has been weak, primarily because of what a lot of Republicans fear is the Trump effect. The best way I heard it described is Trump just reminds a lot of women of their ex-husbands. And I can't say I disagree with
Dan, I gotta call you on this, because you used to be a real Trump supporter. I mean, you were.
Well, I'm still a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump realist. Okay, like Donald Trump was great on policy, but for 2 straight election cycles, it's clear that Donald Trump needs to run based on his past success and on his policy successes.
And he did in that speech. Come on.
Right. And that's the thing. I personally, I love the speech. Like, I have always wanted to see Trump more restrained, Trump still busting out one-liners, but not getting so distracted by the latest shiny object or the latest.
I got 20 or 30 seconds. I'm interested. Did you hear from Trump supporters on your show who enjoyed it, who were reinvigorated? Maybe Trump skeptics, the people who were turned off in 2020 by the mean tweets, who said, oh, I saw a different guy. I saw the 2016 guy, and I like that.
I'll be honest with you. I think many more Trump supporters than you might think were already turned off by him because of the attacks on DeSantis and what happened in the midterms. And I think that speech was an attempt to get them back.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.